How you doing today, Vapors? It's Grandpa Vapor here to give you a lesson in Smok coils. I've heard every story on the internet and every comment on the internet that Smok coils burn up. They're no good. I wouldn't buy Smok coils. They're not like the Fire-Luke mesh. They're junk. They burn out in one day. Well, there's several things that you're doing wrong. And there's several things that Smok made a mistake with when they first started making these mod devices with these coils. And we're going to go through them today. Okay? So first, before we go, I'm going to tell you that I am a favorite of Smok products. This today, I think, is the best mod on the market, the Smok species, with its A1, A2, A3 mesh coils and the bubble tank on it, and the new design and locking and all the tech that went into this device. It's beautiful, fits in your hand, goes in your pocket, and you can take it anywhere. It's got great flavor. It to me is the prettiest mod on the market. It's got great design, and I tell you what, if you're going to buy a great mod, buy a Smok species. Okay. Okay, we've done one of them. We're going to start out with this. Okay, we're going to start out where Smok started, with their mods that were worth a crap with high wattage, over 85 watts. And we're going to start out with the Baby Beast tank. Now, this tank is one of the original small tanks that they had, Smok. Okay, it had a simple single barrel coil for it, the Baby Beast, and a simple single barrel coil. These things did not last. This is when Smok first started. Okay, now today they have strip coils and mesh coils for your Baby Beast that's 2 or 3 years old, if you're still using this. Okay, I don't use this anymore. The reason why I don't use it anymore, and I'll show you another one, I got a rainbow one. Okay, it has upgrades a year later when they came out with these Baby Beasts. Resin tip with a stainless steel on it. Around it, it still has a swing open top, but it's pretty. It's rainbow colored, so I have that one. And then I moved on to, for my Baby Beast, the Baby Prince bubble tank, which is a much better mod, much better put together. And all three of these tanks are Baby Beast compatible for the coils, and they have strip and mesh coils for them. And you can also put the single barrels in them if you want from Smok, which I wouldn't advise. You're wasting your money. Now there is another coil for these that you can use instead of the single barrel coil. Okay, hang on a second, I will get it. Instead of a single barrel coil, you want to buy. You don't want to pay the extra $2 or $3 for a single barrel Baby Beast coil. Then you want to buy this one with the 4 barrels in it for the Baby Beast, or a strip coil or mesh coil. Can you see the 4 holes in it? And I'll show you the single hole. But this is what they were all whining about, the Smok haters. LOL, the Smok haters. This was junk. It was the beginning of tech, people. In fact, nobody is basically using these anymore either. They're using mesh coils. Don't even buy these from any company. Okay? So I have these left over. They still are pretty good pretty good, but they're nothing compared to the junk they sold 3 years ago. These single barrel Baby Beast coils. Okay, these are much more flavorful and hit better. But the strip and mesh coils are all in my devices right now, and that's all I use is those. Okay, we did that for the small device box that used the Baby Beast. Okay, so there's my Baby Beast tank that I have on here. While I have this tank here, I'm going to make a little suggestion for you people too. When you buy one of these mod kits from Smok, they give you this little rubber O-ring, and it says neat things on it like "Vape on." This is the Cloud Beast, the Baby Beast, blah 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 on them. This one says "Keep on vaping." Put it around your tank, so when you drop it, it hits the rubber ring. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take a vape off my baby alien to show you that this happens to be a 4-port cotton stainless steel coil in here. The flavor is really, really good. Not as good as mesh. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the Prince tanks. I'm sure by now that you people have seen the Prince tanks. I'm going to show you several of them. Okay, here's a Prince tank, red. Here is the Cobra, the Cobra Prince tank. Okay, you see those? I kind of like this one. It's kind of good looking little pieces they give you. These extra in here. This came just in a color rainbow, and he added on this resin tank and resin tip, and it really makes it look cool. Okay, so there's 2 of them. Now I'm going to show you another Prince tank. The Resi Prince tank that sits on top. Okay, there's the Resi Prince tank from Smok that sits on top of my G-Prip Baby, which was the upgrade to the Baby Alien. Okay, the touchscreen and all with it. You know, the Baby Alien came out first, and then they had the G-Prip touchscreen come out. So my Prince Resi's on this one. So all 3 of these tanks I have here, and the one on the device, has mesh coils in them, and I will show you them. I'm going to take a vape off this one. Oh boy, don't go to any stainless steel cotton poured holes. The mesh does it. But I'm going to make a statement about the Prince mesh coils, and you guys need to listen up about it. Okay? Now I'm going to show you the coils for the Prince. You've got the single barrel Prince mesh coils. Okay? You can buy the stainless steel 1-barrel coils. Don't buy them for the Prince. These are outdated. They're low tech. You don't want to use them anymore. And you're only spending $1 or $2 more for the mesh. And it's well worth it. They last twice as long, 3 times as long, and taste much better. Okay, so you got that. And those 2, the mesh coils, you got it for Prince, and the single barrel. Buy this one, people. Buy this one, people. For the Prince, it's so much better. Okay, we've done the Prince. All right, we're going to do the Cloud, the Cloud Beast King now. Market, people. Smok, Cloud Beast King, biggest tank out there. Unless they've modified something or created something themselves. The Cloud Beast King is a beast. It will suck your juice down like you have no tomorrow. So you might as well buy 10 bottles and be done in a week with them all. Okay? The Cloud Beast King does not come with mesh coils. Okay? And they don't have any to buy. So I'm going to show you what some Cloud Beast King coils look like. They started out with single barrel coils for the Cloud Beast King. Can you imagine that on that big of a device? Hitting that thing at 140 watts, 120 watts. Unbelievable. And they would burn out in 3 days. And that was it. So they came out with a double barrel for the Cloud Beast King. And then they came out with one with 7. So if you're going to buy a coil for a Cloud Beast King, which they have no mesh coils for, buy this one. Okay? Because it performs far superior to the dual or the single. Okay? And it won't burn out in 5 days. You understand this? I don't even think you can vape on a Cloud Beast King for 5 days and burn one out. You'd be so full of vapor, you'd be drowning in your lungs from vapor. Okay, so also they have the Cloud Beast. I don't have any coils for it right now. They do not make mesh coils with the Cloud Beast either from Smok. So you see the size difference between the Cloud Beast and the Cloud Beast King. You see this? They're about the same length, but the Cloud Beast King is way, way fatter. Okay, I don't know if we can get that to look on here to show you how fat this one is compared to this one. But anyway, Cloud Beast King, Cloud Beast. They don't have mesh coils for either one of these. It's Smok. I wish they would, but I don't think they're going to make them for it because people don't want them that large, those devices. Anyway, let's move on. This is what everybody wants to know about now, is Smok's new high-tech mesh coils. The A1, the A2, the A3, the K, the K4s, the K1, K2, the S1, S2. S1, S2 goes on a stick, Smok stick. The K1, K2 goes on the mag grip single battery mod. The A1, A2, and A3 go in the V2 baby tank. The V2 baby tank being this tank on the Species that comes with the entire mod kit. And they also give you 2 coils with it. Okay, when you buy it. Right, they give you a single mesh coil and a double mesh coil. And then there's a triple mesh coil. Alright, so I'm going to show you all 3 of them today. Alright, here's the single mesh A1 coil. Now, the reason why these are better than the Fire Loop mesh, okay, I'm going to show you in a minute. This looks similar to a Fire Loop mesh, doesn't it? Single barrel. And it is. It's exactly the same. I think it's a higher stainless steel based metal now with superior threads on it because you can see it. It's really, really high stainless steel. It's far superior metal than what the Fire Loop meshes were using. Okay, so the second one, I'm going to show you why these are superior to Fire Loop mesh. Okay, in a minute. This is a double barrel mesh coil, A2, for the Smok Species V2 tank. All right, the reason why these are superior is I want you to look at the ports that the juice flows in. See these ports? Then you got a single port like regular that you've seen before. And then you have these. And the juice just flows in there, it saturates. And you get such great flavor out of this two barrel coil mesh. And that's the reason why Smok is superior in these new mesh coils. Alright, we're going to go on to the third one. This is a rainbow. This is the A3. It has the square ports like the other one, and the single port and the square port, but it has 3 barrels in it. And you don't have to buy the rainbow, you can just buy straight stainless steel, but I thought they were pretty cool looking in your glass bottle, these A3s for the V2 baby, that they look pretty cool when they're in there. Now, out of all 3 of these coils, okay, all 3 of these coils, I've used them all. This one, it's far superior to all 3. So I would buy this and I would use this, okay? But these are damn close. They're damn close, I'm telling you. The worst one being, I think, is this two barrel here. You know, if I was going to say 1, 2, 3, 1, the single barrel, and then the double barrel. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So now you've seen those. We're going to look at K2s now, or K4s. Baby V2 K4s. And this is why Firelink Mesh no longer the top of the dog game, people. Yeah, Smok haters. Okay, I want you to take a look at this bad boy beast. The Baby V2 K4. Okay. Mesh coil from Smok. You see the holes on it? It's got the regular holes and then smaller holes down the bottom here in a series of 6 of them. Okay? Which makes that juice flow right into that thing open. Look at that. 4-barrel mesh coil. 4 barrels. 4 barrels. Okay. All right, people, we got on for that. So I told you a lot of people wanted to know about these mesh coils. And I'm telling you what, Smok's the game changer again. Okay, they were a little late to the game on mesh coils, but when they did it, I can only see promise for the near future for other ones. Okay, it's going to be very good when they start putting these on all devices. So let's take a hit off of an A3 triple barrel mesh coil from Smok on the Species. Ball. What I have in here today is crack pie. Okay, it's a graham cracker pie type juice. And I tell you what, it tastes exactly like it with these mesh coils. Don't buy any cotton stainless steel coils anymore, people. You've got to get off them and go all mesh. They're not worth buying. All right, it's Grandpa Vapor. I tell you the truth. Look, you people need to subscribe down in the bottom there for me and send me comments and tell me what's going on. I know I'm a Smok a lover, and I LOL all the Smok haters, but as Smok grows now in the end, their tech when they first began was a little shoddy here and there, and they made some mistakes, but they're the ones who are the largest corporation out there, and they're going to make this game the right way. Okay? So I don't take too much cotton into what other people say about their coils and all that stuff. I think they're just working for other people, or they just simply don't. They got a bricked Smok device, and they don't use it anymore. Now, look, I use other devices, people. I have a Pulse Tony B Project Vandy Vape with a profile tank on it and a Sigali Sobra with an A2 tank on it from Smok. Okay, so I use other devices. I'm just not one device user. Okay, but here's a Sobra, and I'm going to use the V2 tank here with triple mesh coils in it and show you what it does with it. Look at that, people. You know what's in here? What I have in here is Charlie's Chalk Dust Strawberry Cake. It is the best. And I tell you what, this mod with a Smok tank, it's killer. All right, so let's subscribe down there. Make some comments, people. I've gotten a lot of feedback on these mesh coils from Smok, and everybody's looking at it to see what they're about. I figured I'd help you out a little bit. Be good out there, Grandpa Vapor. Always tells you the truth.